Justice Taylor. And you know who this is.
Oh my God. You already know who this is, girl. Okay, let's talk about this drama. Y'all lived for our last video together. We talked about Amber Heard, Johnny Depp video. So we had to bring Justice back.
I was waiting on her to say Justin. Justin Taylor Beauty.
Justice is served. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to follow Justice link me down below. Okay, let's talk about Amber Heard drama. I think the court ends this week, I think.
I think so.
You guys, it is Tuesday, May 31st, and we know what that means. That means the jury is deliberating the case of Depp versus Heard. Now, this is a jury of 7, and they must come to a unanimous decision of a verdict. Both sides delivered their closing arguments last week, and the jury was pretty much off all weekend. They're going to be back together today. I do believe that Johnny Depp and Amber do not have to be present in court. So what will happen if a jury does not come to a unanimous decision? So apparently judges absolutely hate that. And if a jury comes back and says, we don't have a decision yet, the judge will send them back over and over again and really try and push them to hash it out. It becomes a mistrial, which means nobody won. The jury can also find either party without fault or to blame. So there's multiple outcomes of all of this. Now, if it did come to a mistrial, that would just mean that Johnny Depp would have to give up or really try out his case again.
Well, I know that she was running at an hour, but I knew that she was running down from like 4 hours on, and then Johnny Depp still had about 15. So,
oh yeah,
honey, he was going to demolish her at this point. I mean, because if she can't rebuttal what's being said.
A lot of people were like on Johnny Depp's side, and then it kind of shifted. I saw social media shifted, and they were more on Amber's side, and then now it's kind of left everyone like, what's going to happen? Very quickly, this video is sponsored in the house by Vance Global. Look, I already ate some of these. Have you ever done gummies before?
No, but I feel like after we get finished, I may need to take a ride. On the choo-choo train.
Look, let me show you what they look like. I haven't showed them what it looks like. Maybe I have once. Oh yeah, here.
They look like little pineapples.
Yeah. Oh, just sense it.
I want to smell.
Oh my God, it smells like candy.
I put my nose on it. That's mine.
And then there's a little there's this one right here. So if you don't know, Vance Global is TH right here. See, this is it right here, the gummies. 400 mg. It comes with diplomas, so check out their website. You can see everything that's listed in the ingredients. Because some people say, "Oh, I got that good stuff." I'm like, okay, well, what is it? Well, I don't know. I got that good. No, like they tell you everything you're getting on there. It's a small company doing big things. So thank you, Vance Global, for sponsoring this video. I'll put the link down below and use code RISUX for a discount. Let's start with this drama. And just my opinion is they're both at fault. And I know one person could be more at fault more than the other, and it's up to the judges to decide, but we're not the judge of the jury. We're just putting together what we think and our feelings. Yeah. So what we say is not the end-all be-all, but please leave your comments down below because we love reading them.
Honey, I go and comment on everybody.
Miranda Pillsbury from Atlanta, Georgia.
What did she say? You're riding on Rich Lux's coattails, and I'm like, and she's like, and you had the same throne as him, and I was like, you did see the shopping video where we bought it together, girl.
Okay, yeah. So, if you want to, Justice will actually comment back with you. So, Justice is always in the comments. Yes. So, yeah. So, I kind of feel like this case, they're both at fault. They both did wrong. I feel that way. I feel like no one is a saint in this situation.
I don't think there's a saint, but I definitely feel that there's a lot more on the Amber side. And I'm the person, honey. You said it before, Amber Turd, honey. She is, it is a shitty situation, okay? She is one too many turds in the bed for me, honey. She's a hot mess. You see how she's answering the questions and not answering the questions.
Oh, yeah, the body language.
Oh, my gosh.
And there's body language experts videos now, like this dictating and like picking apart eye movements and thinking and stuff like that. And well, you see here, she took a breath and then her eyes shifted, and so that means she's a liar.
Right.
Like, girl.
And she eats cornflakes.
But then again, if you look straight at the camera and you talk like that, they think you're lying too.
Yeah, they think that you're emotionless, so. They're not even doing it. They're
no emotion. I mean, she doesn't care. Like, can't win. But I think they're both at fault. But I have some like stuff that people have been tweeting out online, and I'll try to read some of the stuff with you. But do you have anything you want to add?
I just think that my biggest thing for people being on the stand, let's say that. The way that Amber Heard's guard dog / lawyer.
Oh, you saw that? There's like a TikTok
honey, she is going to get a whiplash as much as she's like this.
Oh, you saw
waiting
that?
to say objection. And I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, let people speak, because the thing is, I feel like she's trying to come in so aggressive that it's not necessarily that she even cares what's being said. She's just listening to say something.
And I will say this, not to cut Justice off, not to.
Girl.
If I don't say it, I'll forget. Because y'all was like, you didn't let Justice talk. You didn't let Justice talk.
Girl, they all saw the last one. They know a girl ain't nervous to talk, baby.
You got it. I'm telling you, when you have big personalities, you just have to get in there and say it. I see a lot of people online coming after, giving death threats, negative comments to the lawyers.
Yeah.
Whether it's Johnny Depp's lawyers or Amber Heard's lawyers. You have to understand. Just because that they're defending that person doesn't mean that
they believe them.
They believe them. They're getting paid to defend them. So don't, I see it on Twitter and stuff, don't attack the lawyers. They're just doing their job. Because people are like, how dare anyone can defend this? Like, girl, that's their job, girl.
Yeah, I mean, somebody has to be on the other side.
Okay.
I mean, they can't defend themselves.
I mean, that's why lawyers get such a bad rap in this day and age, because they defend murderers,
or what did she say?
Liars, and stuff like that.
I'm not sure. If you can show me the metadata, I will know from the metadata. The metadata. And we're like, girl, shut up. Spell metadata. Spell it, girl.
It's like, what really is that? I mean, shut up.
You know what? That is her deflecting from the actual question.
Reflect and deflect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is, that's why when we're sitting here looking at her lawyer trying to wait so long, she's not listening to the actual answer. She's waiting to say, objection. And it's like, girl, calm down and let people talk. And the other part is even when she was talking to some of the witnesses that were up there, I don't know the guy's name with the blonde hair, and she's telling him pretty much that he's coming there for his 5 minutes of fame. And he's like, well, I don't know about 5 minutes, but I could say the same about you being Amber Heard's lawyer. And she just looks at him and I was like, you know what we call that, girl? Clap back, girl. We call that a clap back, baby. You aren't ready. You aren't ready. And the thing is that's where some of these people, they get real grand and real extra about how they want to talk to people. And then even though they're on the stand, they're told that they have to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah. And honey, he was spilling the whole truth, girl. There ain't no scandal. He couldn't handle at that point, girl.
Done. Ain't no scandal I can't handle, because you come here for all the tea all the time. And the thing is, there are so many YouTubers and Twitch streamers talking about this case. And I think Johnny Depp wanted, 500 million?
I don't even think it's a lot, girl.
He wanted a lot of money, but someone on Twitter did the math, and if you take every person who's been talking about this on the internet, they've made more than that.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like he should get that money, but
because imagine how much money he lost on all the roles. I mean, even for what is that?
The new Harry Potter one.
Yeah. So what is it? Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Dumbledore edition, whatever. Girl, put it in the comments.
The Dumbledore.
He was replaced. He was replaced by Hannibal Lecter.
Did he still get paid though?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but the thing is, he's not in that.
Huge role.
I mean, how many things has he been taken out of or been passed up on? And he's such a great actor. And again, we're not saying that he was innocent in everything, because there is two sides to every story.
And one of the sides, Emma Katz from Twitter said, Amber was the one in therapy. Johnny was the one sending long ranting texts about wanting to shoot her therapist, saying how much he hated them. Then she goes on to say, Emma Katz, Amber was the one losing weight through stress. Several people commented how thin she was by the time of the restraining order. She was the one who said to him about their relationship every day, it feels like I'm having a heart attack, or words very similar to that. So that's when I want to say that they're both at fault. Like, they both did their wrong. Because I didn't know that about Amber Heard, and it's almost to get her side gets overshadowed by Johnny Depp's side. And that's whenever the Me Too movement even chimed in. And it's so long, I'll throw it up here in the screen so you guys can see it. But even they chimed into it, and it seems like they are just kind of like, I don't know, we're gonna see how this turns out.
Well, I mean, at the same time though, I mean, I'm not saying I'm defending anybody on a certain story when it comes to...
Open conversation.
I mean, this thing you're talking about, she lost so much weight by the time she got to this. I'm sorry, but I don't know how many of you are on the same page as me of this. How many of these actors have done crash dieting or crazy workout methods to get a certain body image for a role that they're playing? I'm sorry, but they're two actors, and one, her entire job is acting.
That could be.
So, I mean, is she going for the role of her life right now is what I want to know.
Ooh, and then Emma Katz said, Amber admits in her court testimony they said awful things to each other. But importantly, she says she feels ashamed of that and her part in doing that. This is in line with how victims often feel. So I kind of do feel like she is a victim, but also so is Johnny Depp. And I think that the court and the lawyers, is it by who decides? Is it the jury or the judge?
I think it's the jury.
Is it? You think?
I think
the jury. They're gonna have a tough decision, and you already know the books they're gonna write.
Well, my thing is though, girl, is you're sitting here we're talking about like she feels bad about this. Well, girl, you weren't feeling bad about it when you were going through your divorce and you were asking for let's get to the real tea about this, girl. You literally said in your divorce that if you were to win, that you were going to put X amount of millions of dollars to, 2 different charities. And
where's the money with the
girl,
charity?
And it didn't happen. And that's the thing, is they asked her directly, did she do that? And she said, I intended to. Oh, well, you intended to. Well, that's great. I intend to become famous and make billions of dollars, which will happen eventually, I'm telling you right now. But, and I'm going to donate every single penny to something else. But you didn't do it. You can intend to do whatever, but that was, how long ago was it that you got divorced? You had a ton of time to do this.
This is so embarrassing of a trial for both of them.
Yeah.
For it to get this far and this ugly and this dirty, because I think if they knew it was going to be this much of a spectacle, I don't think they would have done it.
No, I think they would have done it.
You really?
Yeah, I really think that the media part of it, when you're sitting here looking at how much publicity is going to be around this and how much people are going back and either supporting one or the other by buying more of their merch, buying more of things they've already been in, things to that magnitude that they're getting return on investment and revenue on long term.
Yeah.
Because, you don't just make a movie and that's all the money you made off of it. It depends on how much it grosses and things like that.
Too, to that.
Yeah, and the thing is they're, at the end of the day, whether they look crazy or they look amazing, it's still publicity. And it's just like going on YouTube, girl. Mm-hmm. Good or bad, it's still activity, honey. It's still activity, baby.
and I still feel the same about this. That when the court ends and they live their normal lives, the public reputation is going to be smeared for both ends of them. Her and him. And I think that a lot of people collectively are on Johnny Depp's side, and there are a few diehards for Amber Heard. This isn't like a Amber Heard hate party or whatever, but like she still has like fans too. But I think that when it's all said and done, leaving it, they're gonna have like these like beauty marks forever on them because of this. And they're not going to be known for their movies. They're gonna be like
a battle wound at this point.
Yeah, and then there's going to be movies made about it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is
Hallmark, all that stuff.
Girl, not Lifetime, Movie Network, girl. So, my thing is I'm glad that either way it's being discussed, because the thing is a lot of situations, if nobody's learning from them, then there was no point in it. And I hate that they're having to go through it on both aspects of things, because you see Amber Heard that is clearly, whether it's not true or true of what she's saying, that she's still being drugged through it, and it's still an emotional toll, and it doesn't matter of whose side you're on. It's really taxing on these people to have to go through this. This is a lot of time in their life that they're having to deal with something so stressful. And imagine your most stressful moment in your life and that continuing for a very long amount of time. And when you're sitting here looking at both of them coming back from this now, getting work later, one, do they want this tied to their movie production, for one? How long is it going to take before the dust settles for people to feel comfortable and confident to book them again? Because, it's like the drag community. You mess up one time, girl, it's hard to get booked.
Like the whole OJ Simpson trial, too. People remember him for this court trial.
And they still do. They still do it.
I think this is gonna follow him forever.
But it could be good in the sense of clearing a lot of mishap and letting everybody have an opportunity to say what needs to be said. And once it's done at that point. It needs to not come up again. It doesn't need to be an issue. But people needed this opportunity to know, again, like we said on the last time we were here, and I brought it up. Just because it's a man against a woman, people immediately assume that the woman is the one that is the person that is getting abused, because they imagine in the masculinity of the world that men are too masculine to get bullied and to get abused in a relationship. And it's good for them to reel it back in and to say, it's just like life now. Stop putting a title on a gender. It's neutral at this point. It's like saying pink is for girls and blue is for boys. It's not real anymore. It's something that was put into place many years ago, and now it's great that we're finally breaking that barrier to say it is real. It is here. Men get abused too. And it doesn't matter the size of the person. Words can hurt so much more than any fist to a face can ever have. But if we remember, she did that too.
She did that too.
Yep.
I'm trying to find more receipts as you speak. But
I'm like
this case will be made into books and movies, and then I kind of hope that there is a movie made about it, because there's a lot of that we can't, like, I don't know everything about this case,
same.
you know, and I know that those movies will document every single thing, and they do it right, and I kind of wish, like, who's gonna play Johnny Depp, who's gonna play Amber Heard, and there's that drama, but then
at this point they know they need the money, so they can play themselves.
Girl.
They will definitely do it, girl. Filming, none of them can film at the same time. Can you make sure that when it comes to people broadcasting, you can put us in the movie too? Thanks. I love this top, by the way. Sidetracking. This is everything. Okay,
Wait,
I'm just saying.
What does it say? Justice Taylor? Is it your merch?
Girl, it says plus size, get a Diet Coke for the flavor night because I need it.
I thought it said your own name on it.
I don't know what it says, girl. It was supposed to be a dress and it came in a little small, so she's a shirt.
Oh my god. Okay. The Johnny Depp thing, I feel like he's gonna come out on top.
Yeah.
And in the comments, leave it down below. If you're Team Amber, if you're Team Johnny, leave that in the comments down below. And don't fight over each other about who's wrong or right. I mean, people are allowed to have their opinion of who they want to believe in this trial, because there's a lot of trauma and people can relate to this situation or that situation from both sides. So that's why they kind of feel like, well, I'm more of this person's side. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below about it.
It's all valid.
It's all valid. So,
and the thing is, if you're gonna say who you're for, you have to say what is driving you to be to that side. Mm-hmm. But you can't just say, oh, Amber, Amber put a turd in his bed and now I don't like her. Like, put more to it.
Some people are into that. Some people are into that stuff about the turd in the bed.
I mean, it's like Cat in the Hat.
What do you mean, Cat in the Hat? But some people, there's a market for everything.
I mean, it's the herd with the turd. I don't know. I don't understand, girl.
But that right there, her name, I think people.
Have you ever seen that movie Dirty Love?
No.
Okay, so it immediately made me think of it because Carmen Electra comes out and she's talking to the ex-boyfriend of her best friend, and she goes, "Just so you know, that ain't mud in your sheets."
Oh, like the thing in the pie in that one movie.
Yes! That pie, honey,
There's
with
so
Meaty
many-
made it.
There's so
Everything.
many, like, y'all are popping off on Twitter about the situation. And it's so hard to keep up because I see people are on her side. And I don't want to be like, oh, no, you're wrong. But I see people are on his side too. And I think they're both at fault. And I think they both should not have gotten this far. Yeah. I don't think I could let, like, a relationship that I dated or was married with somebody go this far publicly. I would be like, we need to stop because it's going to be a circus and it's going to get dirty and it's going to go too far.
Reason why it was such a big deal, though, and the reason why it had to go this far, it was necessary because of how much of a donkey she acted during them getting divorced and how much money she demanded. But she said what she was going to do with it. I don't even remember.
In the comments,
put it in there because there was a specific time where the lawyer of Johnny Depp was asking, and she said the exact dollar amount, and I cannot remember.
Yeah.
But it was millions. It was millions, and I know one was to I think St. Jude Hospital. So I mean, I know like. The thing is he lost so much work, and this is a reason why it's such a big deal.
It's hard to get work.
Well, I mean, it's only as good as your last gig. Let's get real. When it comes to acting, it's all about who believes in you as an actor, and do you fit the role? And it doesn't matter how seasoned you are. If you are Brittany Murphy trying to come in here and play Cinderella, girl, it ain't working. Girl, Brittany Murphy, I love you. Well,
yeah. Aww,
pretty sad. Love you, girl. But you're not Cinderella. But you were amazing in everything you did. Yeah. But it's having the right person for the right role because the movie just doesn't feel real if the person doesn't fit it. And that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem. She made it such a big deal during this and put stipulations with the money that she was going to get from them getting divorced and then didn't do anything with it. And then now you're smearing his name through all of this thinking, ha ha ha, I got out of it and got all this money and I'm not going to do with what I was supposed to. Now they're coming at you with the receipts, girl, and they're clocking you down. They're clocking you for your conversations. They're clocking you for things that you,
I remember what made this such a big deal was when they started playing those audio messages. Yeah. And it really exploded. It's like, whoa.
Well, and then Johnny's bad too.
And then the celebrity character witnesses and stuff like that, like they had people on trial that were like, I would call them celebrities, talking about how that person behaves and their characteristics and what do you call it? I think there's a specific word for that, a character analysis or something. They didn't even need to have some of those, but then it just added more celebrity to the trial.
Yeah.
And this is huge. I mean, I think I have it right here. I mean, is this one it? I have so many gossip magazines here. Look, let's see. Oh no, it's just behind closed doors.
That sounds like it.
Behind closed doors. She's had enough. Like, girl, it's all over these tabloids and everyone's talking about it. So Because I get people in the comments, they're like, how dare you talk about Amber Heard? You don't even know her. It's like, girl,
neither do you.
Everyone is talking about it. And I'm not saying that I'm CNN or ABC or whatever, but everyone has an opinion, and everyone, these networks, they're also profiting off it and playing ads and stuff like that on top of it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too, is it's like, even with Johnny during some of these things, let's get real. He, in a lot of the recordings of him talking, it sounds like he is just answering to answer some of this stuff. Like, you know how when people are like, okay, girl, that, yeah, girl, mm-hmm, like, but in his own way. And I will tell you, I don't know about you, but he is very free-spirited, if we shall say that.
Yeah.
And I feel that he doesn't really know how to address situations because it's a confrontation. And he seems like one of those people that he's not going to do a confrontation. He's trying to be done with it. He's over it. And he's just trying to record it. I think he's been checked out for a long time. And I think that he's just going through the motions of trying to get you out of his life. And instead of you getting out of his life and y'all just like parting ways, it's like, okay, now I'm going to come in here and cut as deep as I possibly can. And because you decided to do that, he's finally like, you know what? I'm going to do it too. Why not? I mean, you cost me a lot of money. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And again, I'm not saying that one is more in the right than the other. I'm just saying that when I'm looking at what's being presented on, let's say, TikTok Live, of them talking about the entire situation, Johnny's not even looking at Amber. And he's laughing at certain parts.
Yeah. Because
it's almost like, you seriously thought bringing this up against me was going to help you, but it's putting a light on you because you're actually hurting yourself from your metadata. Like, but it is so funny because you just see him and he's like, I don't want to look at you. Like, I don't want to look at her, and but even when it comes to bringing other people in to interview them, I mean, it's getting to the point now where we're like, okay, is this really necessary at this point?
Yeah, I'm glad.
Like, we need to be like, cut it off, be done with it. Like, y'all need to split part ways. Do you want to make a plea deal? Like, which I don't even think it's that type of.
You know what? I will be shook if they do a mistrial. Like, that's it. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
Mistrial, everything.
Sorry about it.
Y'all both wrong. And then they do that thing where they do another trial.
Yeah.
Girl,
we ain't got time for that.
Again.
None of us have the energy for that, okay?
and it's so hard to get someone now who doesn't know anything about the trial.
Yeah.
Because then you have to get a jury that doesn't know anything about it. And then sometimes they'll even go to different jurisdictions to do it, but this is so public.
Well, I mean, it's worldwide at this point, so I mean, kind of everybody's going to know, so it's hard to not have a preconceived notion when you're going into it. I couldn't imagine sitting on the juror, like being a juror during this, because honestly,
they're getting messages about writing their books and stuff like that. I mean, that's
but huge. The thing is, though, is you can't, like, as a juror, and you can't really talk about a lot of this stuff. Yeah.
So as soon as it's done.
But I mean, once it's done, here's the thing. I mean, if it goes, no matter which way it goes, once it's done, it's done. There is no, like, he can't sue her again for the exact same topic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done at that point. So unless she tried to do it back.
That's called double jeopardy is what it's called. Is when you sue someone again for the same thing. You can, but not, and like, yes, it can happen, but not in certain situations, like maybe this one. Like, you're right about that.
Well, it's like, what is that, like, what are those shows where it's like, oh, I killed somebody, but now because it was only for that one, and it's done, and I was not guilty, I can say I did it, and they can't do anything about it, kind of thing.
Ooh, I don't know anything about that one, yeah.
Yeah. Girl, I've been watching too much NCIS, girl.
Yeah, don't mess with justice.
Girl.
Justice is part of that community. You know what I'm saying? Like, the NCI, CIS,
girl, bye.
murder mystery community.
Whatever.
Like, don't mess with her.
Well, you know what, though? I mean, it's one of those things that, like, I think that I try and be very observant on a lot of things because, honestly, you never know what detail may be needed. And it's not that you're deep diving into people's lives or anything like that. It's just be, like, coherent and be present in the moment. And that's where I think that right now that Amber is everybody's in the moment with Amber right now, honey.
Oh, everybody's
in the moment.
Side.
Well, no, they're in the moment in the meaning like they're listening to what you're saying, girl. You wanted to present all this stuff about what y'all recorded, and now everybody's in the moment listening to exactly what you thought was going to help your situation. Both of them are.
Yeah.
And now people are listening, and it's no longer like, oh, I feel that I'm in the right because I did X, Y, and Z, and here's my recording for it to prove it. It's, girl, you're giving a recording, and you're not putting very much context with it because they want to play it and let everybody hear it and make their own judgment to what they just heard. You can't say, oh, well, they kicked a dog and that's all I'm hearing on the recording.
Yeah.
But, prior to that, they were really mad and I had a mega pint of wine and fell because they put ice cream in my hand and took a picture of me doing it. Like, that's the part that I think is so weird, is the pettiness.
It seemed like a very toxic relationship between the two.
Yeah.
It really did.
And it takes two to tango, girl.
It takes two to tango,
Yeah.
because at any time they could have checked out. And I kind of feel like maybe she wanted to stay because of the money and stuff like that. Like, I feel like...
he makes bank, baby.
Well, I kind of feel like, sometimes people stay with some people for the money, and I'll just put up with it. But she, at any time, could have checked out, too. If it was that bad, she could have checked out a long time ago. Unless she was, like, emotionally abused and she just felt trapped, and she can go with that all she wants. Yeah. But with the Johnny Depp situation, I kind of feel like I feel bad for both of them, and it's so sad. From an American standpoint, it's embarrassing. Because people who watch our videos that live overseas in England and across the pond, they're like, wow, y'all Americans are crazy. I mean, think about that. It's embarrassing.
They're like, you boo-booed in
like, this is what we're talking about.
You boo-booed in his bed.
This is what Americans are talking about. This is the talk of the town.
Yeah,
is Amber Heard and Johnny Depp drama, and his relationship scandal is all over the news. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
It really is, because I don't know. Could you let a relationship get that far publicly like that?
To be honest with you, no. But I think
if I don't cut her off, because back in the day when I was heavy on Facebook, you would see.
Girl, I've been heavy on every social media platform. Look, I'm just big, girl. Girl, and y'all think I Diet Coke for the flavor, not because I need it.
When I was on Facebook, you would see couples fight and argue, and I was like, oh my god. And it has 50 comments. Oh, this is good.
And 49 of it's them.
Oh, this is good. Hold on.
Girl, that is not even the phone you had. You said.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this one.
You said.
It would start out like, I'm on Facebook, and I'll be like, well, hold on, you got
you gotta turn it on and then click.
I'm tired of my broken ass, cheating ass baby daddy. I have receipts. I'm like, oh, hold on, and it has 50 comments, and you're about to go good. Like, that was interesting. I think that's why people are so glued to this situation, because they're celebrities. It's all over the news, and it talks about their innermost vulnerable moments with each other. And I think they had a toxic relationship. Yeah. And I've had toxic relationships with people. I have. It's like you're in it, and they do something wrong, so you want to do something wrong and get them back, and it goes too far. Yeah. And I think it went too far with them. And I think they're both in the wrong. And like I said in the beginning of this video, they're not... They're not innocent. No. They're not. They're both in the wrong, and it shouldn't have gone this far, and it sucks.
Well, I mean, right now, Amber Heard is like Hello Kitty right now. And I know Hello Kitty is actually a girl, but she is literally trying to sit here like this with no mouth, girl. She's trying to sit pretty with no mouth.
Yeah, because there's clips going on with Amber Heard's lawyer or something about flirting with someone. Did you see that?
Girl, she is a beast. She was flirting with somebody.
You didn't see that?
Girl, no.
I saw that. Allegedly, that's what it looked like. And there's so many people that live stream the court as it happens. And I'm just like, wow. I can't believe that. It's such a national thing that everyone's just watching and talking about.
Girl, I was just giggling though. I was just giggling when she was interviewing, and again, I cannot think of the blonde guy's name that she was interviewing, that he like clapped back at her about the whole 5 minutes of fame.
Oh yeah.
But girl, when I tell you, when he clapped back and Johnny Depp's lawyer started laughing,
This is what she looks like on trial right here. Look, to me, this is my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. This is emotional manipulation. That she's wearing the black and white with the little towel.
Matronly. Very matronly.
Matronly, with her hair pulled back, with the little jewel on the earring, soft makeup, with a little highlight. Like, come on. That to me is like, because look.
I ain't seen a tear.
I don't know if you know this.
I ain't seen a tear yet.
But there are certain colors that you can wear that make you look more believable. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And navy is one, and she's wearing navy. Navy, if you wear navy blue, it makes you more trustworthy. And it's apparently, because she has the blonde hair, and she's fair skinned, so she can.
But girl, does she wear her hair like that outside of? No. Honey.
She not.
And that hairstyle is nowhere near her. Let's get real. That swoop bang with the girl, please. You are trying real hard. Again.
With the little collar and just sitting there.
Hi, we're looking to hire a fabulous actress for this gorgeous position. Where they're sitting on the stand and they're being asked questions about a relationship that was abusive. Can you do this? We need you to lose some weight though. And then again, for me, I mean, I try and be very neutral. I'm trying to be very neutral for the entire situation, but I do tend to pull more towards Johnny. I'm not gonna front because, again,
I think he's gonna win.
I do too, but I have not seen a single tear.
I also feel it'll be a mistrial. I just feel that way.
Well, I mean, my thing is I've not seen a single tear, and she can sit here all day long and have fake tears, and my dog stepped on a bee. You know, all that crap. Like, I don't even understand. But the thing is the context, no matter what she's talking about, and even when she's crying, there's no tears. Your face is never damp, girl. It's never damp. And that's the part that I don't get. If you are genuinely upset about something, I don't know about you, but even when I'm starting to talk about something that I am upset about or something that really saddens me or anything like that, like, I can cry pretty quickly when it comes to those things because it's something that really means something to me. And I don't think that people just become numb during a trial. I don't think that. I mean, I've not done it, and that y'all might be able to tell us something a little bit different, but I don't just stop having emotions and stop having normal functions for myself just because I'm sitting in front of an audience. Like, it doesn't stop. Because, I mean, I feel like it's even more amplified because if I'm being accused of something, you don't just say, I didn't do that. Allegedly. If you give me the metadata, I could see. Like, I'm not gonna sit up there snarky as all get out when I understand some of the questions come off as a bit pretentious and a bit extra, but at the same time, you have to understand that they have to ask the questions to get to a conclusion. And sitting up there all like on your pedestal, acting extra about things and just, and then, but then you never see, I mean, girl, that Kleenex is never wet, girl.
Squeeze out the tear.
You could at least lift the damn thing so it looks moist, baby. Like,
trying so hard to squeeze it out.
Girl, you could have called Moses to get you one, girl. Can you do it for me?
They're suing for... He's suing $50 million. He's suing $50 million. So just for you know, on the eve of the jury's first full day of deliberations, which was 7 hours ago, Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation trial against Amber Heard has become a morass of misdirection and repugnancy. Is that what that word says right there?
Repugnancy.
Whoa. After 6 weeks, the plaintiff and defense both rested their cases. 6 weeks, girl. And 7-person jury finally went behind closed doors to decide on the courtroom drama. And so, I want to say this, whether he wins or she wins or it's a mistrial, they're both are going to be scarred, and people are going to see them out and about, and they're going to think about the trial, and they're going to think about whatever hot topic that person saw in their feed, whether it's pooping on a pillow, whether it's kicking a dog, whether it's being rude, whether it's a phone conversation, whatever that person sticks to their mind, they're going to think about that person in that way.
I don't even know why I just admitted you said pooping on a pillow, girl. She put that turd to sleep, girl. She just laid it on the most...
And people are gonna think about that. And then there's so much money to be made after.
Well, I mean, who the hell would want to be in a relationship with somebody after seeing this? Like,
oh my God.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about a situation real quick about somebody that I was talking to at one point, and we're not gonna give names, we're not gonna go over anything, girl. But I, at one point, was talking to a guy many years ago.
Hey, you're gay? Oh my God.
I think,
publicly?
Does the gay make my lips look big?
Oh my God, Justice is gay. I know.
God.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was talking to this guy many years ago, and when I tell you, it was one of those situations, and again, no names, no other contacts. So we were talking for a little bit, and I ended up getting him a Christmas present, and was like, "Here you go," like, you know, super cute. And he's like, you know, before we go any further, I really need to talk to you about something. And I was like, oh God, what is it? And you immediately, in the gay community, LGBTQ plus community, your mind goes to other things, like, you know, when it comes to like sexual things, you're like, oh God, they're about to tell me something, and I'm nervous. Like, am I gonna get a note on my door to go get a shot? Like, what's up? And so this guy is sitting here telling me that he had killed a guy, his ex-boyfriend.
Oh my God.
He killed his ex-boyfriend, but it was in self-defense, and after the trial and everything was done, he actually was proven not guilty because it was self-defense. But I was so, like, shook, because I was like, oh my gosh, like...
Why would he even tell you that?
Well, because, I mean, out of, like...
self-defense and...
Well, the thing is imagine it this way. Imagine if you started dating somebody and didn't know, like, say, this whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. Okay. The reason why I say the story is, imagine if years down the road, somebody doesn't really know Amber Heard, Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw her, I was like, "Who is this woman?" Yeah, and then so I said Aquaman, and I was like, "She was an Aquaman."
Yeah,
so I'm like looking for a blonde lady.
Did you see it? Did you find it?
Yeah, with the red hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. But imagine if somebody doesn't know that, because not everybody is into that type of stuff, movies and things like that.
People just know him, if that. Yeah. Even if that.
Yeah. But the thing is imagine if you then randomly find out all of this stuff and you've been in a relationship with them for years, or you're in a relationship with them and you think it's going great, and then you see this. You're immediately making a judgment in your mind about this person, like you just said. But who wants to be with that? Yeah. So with me, with this guy, even though he was sweet as can be, it made me so uncomfortable. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know the full story. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
You don't know the other side.
No. Well, I can't find out. Yeah, girl, hello? Can you put the shade number?
Because yeah, as you were saying, yeah.
But I don't know. And that's why for me, it really sucks for both of them, because again, imagine how their relationships are going to be long term. And again, a lot of people
no one's going to want to date them.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of other folks up in in the film industry that, I mean, they can give them a run for their money, honey. They're like, oh, you hit a girl? Oh, that's fine.
This is the best part of the AMBERHEARD trial.
Yes.
Is we learn this.
Yes.
That he won't date someone if you killed them. That's what we learned.
Well, I mean, again, it made me uncomfortable because I didn't know.
He been the love of your life.
Yeah, he really, it's like telling, you should date, so-and-so. They really pack a punch. Whitney and Bobby situation, girl. He doesn't hit me, I run into the punches. But I don't know. I mean,
I think most people would side with you. They would have done the same thing.
Y'all let me know in the comments.
Because do you ever feel like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, what if?
No.
Okay, that's great.
No, I don't.
As long as you don't feel like that way, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
I mean, again, for me, like, I was very young, and so it was something, again, I didn't know the other side of the story. I don't know all the details.
What's your favorite emoji? What's your favorite emoji?
My favorite emoji is the one with the smiley face like this and the heart.
Okay.
I use that
smiley face emoji. Drop it in the comments if you made it this far in the video.
With the 3 hearts.
With 3 hearts. And then, would you have dated someone who told you they killed someone and got away with it? Essentially, is what he did.
Yeah.
I killed someone and got away with it. Just want to let you know.
Yeah.
I don't I would have done the same thing.
Well, and I can only imagine. I told him, I said,
there's plenty of fish in the sea. I can just go ahead and, don't tell that to people. I'm just saying.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is I know it had to be it was really hard for him to say it and to be very transparent, and I can only imagine. But again, he was older than myself, and I know in his life.
How long were y'all talking?
Girl, it wasn't that long. We were together like a couple months.
Because sometimes people wait for a long time.
No, it was like we were talking for like 2 months, girl.
Okay, I want to know this. If y'all waited maybe 2 years, and then he said that, would your opinion change?
Maybe not, because I think, to be honest with you, it's because you've seen them longer.
Long enough, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, it's like kind of like saying, you know what, I know all this bad stuff, but let's just try it anyway. Like, I know that you busted the cars out of your ex's, windows. Like, I know you, like, flattened all the tires, but maybe you won't do it to me, Okay. And that's the part where, like, maybe I feel a lot of me. Yeah.
Won't kill me.
That's that song, I'll bust the windows out your car.
Oh my
like,
God,
I'm like, girl, you're singing about it? I don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Like, but it's part of it, and it sucks, but I think that Johnny and Amber are going to have a very uphill battle. I think Johnny's going to get out of it a little bit smoother, because again, he is such a sloth in this whole thing, in my opinion.
Nick, what do you mean?
So sloths are so just like docile. They're very chill. They're very like.
Yeah, I noticed that his.
And he is so that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you never hear him like screaming on recordings. It's usually him just being very monotone about how he's telling her, whether it's a positive or a negative thing. He's so monotone. But Amber is the one that is like yelling and mad and like crazy about it, and that's, or not crazy, passionate about it. She's very passionate about it. And so that's the thing for me that I it's gonna suck for Amber, because I don't think, no matter what is going on with this part of it, that she's gonna be this way to everybody. I don't think she's gonna be this way with everybody, but you never know.
Some guys are into the turdy on the don't poop on my pillow.
I mean,
so maybe, she can find someone who
girl, what a shitty situation, girl. I'm just telling you right now. You know what it is? Them rubber sheets are the key to success, girl. You can just hose it down.
But again, I think after said and done, where do they go from here? And I hope they learn something about each other.
To the bank.
I hope they learn something about their next relationship. But whoever she ends up dating next, or he ends up dating next, they're gonna be, all eyes are on them too.
Girl, could you imagine?
Yeah.
The next person that dates either one of them are gonna be recording everything.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
And I wonder how they're gonna position it. You know, I'm really into this where I can rewatch it later. Let me just push play. Record on here.
Yeah.
Or, girl, I just got out of a bad relationship and I want to record everything. Like, that would be so uncomfortable to be around that type of situation. Imagine being friends with them. People don't realize that when there's something going on with this person, the ripple effect that it has on the families and the friends of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And so imagine, you know, Johnny and Amber's family, what they're having to deal with right now. Because again, they may not know the full situation. They may not know both sides of the story either. I mean, there's been many times in relationships where people just don't say the full story.
Yeah.
And they're not there. I mean, your mom's not sitting here seeing your entire life, every second and breath that you take.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she knows what you tell her.
Yeah.
And that's why usually families side with the person that's their family member, because they just hear one side. But I mean, imagine what they're having to deal with right now. That is so uncomfortable. Not even able to go to...
Not only that, like, then people know, so they can't go to the market, and they're going to
Girl, you can't even go to Walmart, honey, and that would be devastating for you.
You can't go to H-E-B Plus.
H-E-B Plus, girl. H-E-B Plus, honey, was not the plus we thought it was going to be, girl. She was more like H-E-B minus.
Speaking of H-E-B, I got this, you know, I'm part of the candle community. Justice is part of the, wall plug community?
No.
Is that what? No, listen, there's...
Wax melts, girl.
Wax melts. Listen.
I gotta sit up, girl. My fat roll about to hit you in the eye. Like,
there is a candle community. There's a wax melt community.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wall plug-in community, and there's a
community that ain't got anything smelling good in their house.
Community. There's the new jelly. Community.
Oh my gosh, yes, that jelly, but it's still a wax melt. You know what I'm saying? It's still in my community, girl.
So it's
a cousin.
This is my H-E-B, and it's butter tortilla candle. Okay.
And it's not even been lit yet. Look how much is actually in there.
Yeah, they didn't give you that much. That's real shady.
Girl,
Okay,
this is like when you go...
Yeah. You smell like butter tortilla? Have you smelled it?
It smells like popcorn. So my partner Chris is sitting off camera. So the funny thing about this is like when you go and get a soda from McDonald's and they're like, oh, the foam, and I'm like, well, that's fine. You can let it go down and fill it the rest of the way up.
Yeah, if you find this on at HEB, go ahead and tag me in on Instagram.
It does smell good, but I am not a gourmand fan of scent.
It's a fun, kitchen thing,
it's gimmicky.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys go at 42 minutes in the video, whatever it is.
Oh, we're done?
We're done.
Wait a minute, I think I got a few more receipts.
We're gonna stay for another video. Actually, I'm gonna go on Justice channel, so if you wanna see more of this chemistry, check out Justice channel, put links down below. And I'll see you guys. Anything you wanna say?
Nope, that's it, girl. I appreciate your support, and thank you again for having me on here. I say this all the time on my channel, but I just want y'all to understand, he does not have to do this for any of his friends and family, and we appreciate it so much. And he brushes it off because he's like, well, this is just what I do.
It's my gig, girl.
But it means a lot to folks, and you know, I was joking with him because somebody made a comment saying, oh girl, you're riding Rich Luck's coattails, and I'm like, how am I riding a coattail, girl? He does drama, and I don't talk anything about drama. I'm like, girl, but you know what the thing is, you know, I consider you family, and it's so appreciative, and I am not a person that's gonna call him and say, let's shoot a video, girl. Like, he's like, hey, do you wanna come over and do a video? We can do, you know, ladies who lunch and blah, blah, blah.
I record every day, all day, every day. And most of the time, I feel like people are like, okay, let me get dressed up because he might record because he's always recording. You know, do you ever feel that way?
Yeah, girl. That's why I changed clothes. I was wearing a neon green top earlier today, and she was stretched, girl, and she was sheer. You can see the pepperonis right on through it, girl. I said, let me go on and change because I already know what she's gonna do. And then what does she do?
Yeah.
HEB Plus.
Okay, I'll let you guys go. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.